same time, and you have to keep them turned off forever, right? You can't kill it. And so the idea of Bitcoin is apex property for the human race. And for the first time in the history of the human race, if you have $1 million, you can hold $1 million in your head, walk through a border, send it across the world, take custody, or transfer it to any custodian, or prove that you have it in a split second. And you can't do that with anything else. That's what Bitcoin is.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. So let's go back to what El Salvador just did and the implications thereof. Please.
Okay, well, if the US dollar is losing 20% of its purchasing power a year, which is what's happening right now, the dollar is collapsing against scarce assets. The reason the NASDAQ or the stock exchange is an all-time high isn't because the companies are more valuable, it's because your currency is weak. And the currency keeps collapsing against scarce assets. That's why we have inflation. That's why houses in the Hamptons or Palm Beach cost more. That's why the average home in the US costs 15% more than it did 12 months ago. So if El Salvador is going to prosper as a country, they need to invest their assets or invest their money in something which isn't going to collapse. If you're holding $1 billion of US dollars, and if the US Fed doubles the dollar supply, they stole half your money from you. That's what's going on right now. So what El Salvador
Why is that not obvious to everybody? It's crazy.
It's because part of the world is rich and privileged. And so if you are wealthy in the US and Europe, and you have a large stock portfolio, you think you're a genius because your portfolio is up 32% or 47% year over year, and you made wise investment decisions, right? And then you think, oh yeah, I see that everything's going up in price, but you've already got your house, right? If you were trying to buy a house in the Hamptons, it went up in price 45% year over year. If you already own the house in the Hamptons, you think, well, this is great. My house is more valuable. My stocks are more valuable. I'm a genius. I'm a good investor. And so if you're asset rich, and that's 10% of the world, you just feel like everything's great. On the other hand, if you're a dentist working for $137,000 a year, the price of early retirement and the price of all those things you ever wanted to buy is pulling away from you. Right? You can't afford to buy. There's something wrong when people say we're going to pump up the price of assets to protect the economy, because what you're doing is you're inflating the price of assets for everyone that works for a living that wanted to buy those things. And so people don't understand it, because either they're wealthy and they're beneficiaries of loose monetary policy,